Chosen one, keep your eyes locked on this screen right now and do not look away for even a second, because a shocking spiritual secret has just been unlocked specifically for your destiny. A stunning event is about to erupt, an arrangement that the entire world desperately longs for, yet it is pointing in only one direction, toward you. However, the true identity of this extraordinary person and the nature of this destined relationship are still being carefully concealed. Do not scroll away, because if you want to fully understand everything God is revealing and discover who this remarkable person truly is, you must listen to every word until the final second of this video. Half the truth will never produce the miracle. Only by staying until the end will the complete picture of your destiny finally come to light. At this decisive turning point, the only thing you need to do, chosen one, is take a deep breath, lower every defensive wall in your mind, and focus completely on the spiritual movement unfolding around you. The mysterious person who is about to knock on the door of your life carries a brilliant presence and possesses everything the crowds endlessly compete for and desire. Yet behind all that glamour, they are longing for something that only your soul can provide. It is your pure energy, a sense of absolute peace in a world filled with false faces and carefully constructed masks. But why you? What is it about you that could cause someone so exceptional to stop in their tracks? The most important clues are hidden in what comes next, and only those patient enough to remain until the end will receive the answer directly from the universe. Every tear, every season of loneliness, and every moment when you felt shattered in the past was actually part of an intense refining process, preparing you for this unimaginable encounter. Destiny is reaching the peak of its unfolding, bending space and time to bring the most powerful missing piece directly toward you. But remember this clearly, the Most High always tests the patience of those who are chosen before releasing the blessing. The truth of what is happening, the way the two of you will recognize each other in the middle of a crowd, and the spiritual sign that will confirm this is the right person, will only be fully revealed in the final moments of this journey. It is time to activate unwavering faith. Cast aside every doubt and prepare yourself to receive a glorious truth beyond anything you have ever imagined. Chosen one prophecy. God's word speaks through your steps here to officially seal this sacred connection and confirm that you are ready to receive the fullness of God's will. Type the words, "I trust and receive," in the comments below. Then remain fully focused and do not miss another second, because the final piece of this secret, the revelation that will leave you stunned and overwhelmed, is waiting for you at the very end of this message. You are tired, aren't you, chosen one? Listen very carefully to these words. Do not let the screen go dark. Do not allow any sound around you to distract you right now. The overwhelming exhaustion covering your mind is not a sign that everything is ending. It is the labor pain of a powerful rebirth. How many times have you cried in the darkness, wondering why your kindness was always taken for granted? Why did you keep pouring out your entire heart for people who eventually turned their backs and walked away, leaving you struggling through the wreckage of betrayal and misunderstanding? You look at the world around you and see shallow, dishonest people easily receiving love, attention, and privilege, while you, someone who has always tried to live honestly and sincerely, are repeatedly pushed aside. The world looks at your life and assumes you are unlucky. At times even you began to believe that you were carrying some kind of curse, that you were not good enough, attractive enough, or socially skilled enough to be loved completely. But stop that poisonous way of thinking immediately right now, because the truth that is about to be revealed will completely destroy every doubt living inside you. Do not move. Keep your eyes locked on this message, because in just a few moments, a secret curtain that has remained sealed for years will be torn open, revealing the reason behind all your pain. If you miss this moment of revelation, you may continue sinking deeper into false insecurity. The truth is this: you were never abandoned. You were being intentionally separated. This was a form of divine isolation. The Most High deliberately covered you with an invisible veil. The coldness of people from your past and the collapse of relationships you once believed would last forever were all sharp strokes of the universe's brush, cutting you away from low-level energies. Think about it. If those harmful people from your past had never left, and if those loud, distracting crowds had continued surrounding you, how could you ever have gained enough space or silence to refine the pure energy you carry today? You were forced to remain in the darkness, not so you would drown there, but so your roots could grow deep into the foundation of compassion and understanding. You were broken into hundreds of pieces so that you could gather them yourself and rebuild your life into a version of you so strong that no power could ever manipulate you again. Remember the powerful story of David in the Bible. When the prophet came to Jesse's house to anoint the one God had chosen to become king, all the tallest, strongest, and most impressive brothers were brought forward. The world looked at them and thought, surely one of these men must be worthy. But the Lord said, Do not judge by his appearance or his height. The Lord does not see as people see. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. It's Samuel Sexton who, and where was David at that moment? He was out in the wilderness tending sheep unknown, covered in dust, and completely overlooked by his own family. You are the David of this generation, while people out there are lining up to compete for attention, flaunting their beauty and polishing their public image in hopes of catching the eye of the extraordinary person who is about to appear. You have been standing in the wilderness of your own life, quietly healing your wounds, quietly learning to love yourself, quietly confronting the darkest corners of your soul. Did you think you had been forgotten? No, that very silence, that very separation is the brightest light shining in the eyes of the Most High. And now your heart needs to start beating faster, because in the next few moments, the secret of how this powerful person is being drawn toward you will be revealed. Do not scroll away. Listen carefully, because this will permanently change the way you see your own worth. This extraordinary person, the one the entire world is desperately chasing, has become disgusted with falsehood. They walk through luxurious parties and hear thousands of flattering words, yet their soul is starving. They can see straight through those who twist and reshape themselves just to secure a place beside them. They do not need another supposedly perfect person standing among the crowd of performers. They are searching for someone standing alone in the wilderness. They are searching for authenticity. They are searching for scars that have blossomed into something beautiful. They are searching for the exact spiritual frequency you paid for with countless sleepless nights. Everything is speeding up. The gears of destiny are turning at a breathtaking pace, moving rapidly into perfect alignment. There will be no more meaningless delays, no more painful tests. The most difficult season of your training has officially come to an end. The fact that this message is reaching your mind so directly at this exact moment is undeniable evidence that the restriction has been lifted. You are not moving backward. All this time you were like an arrow being pulled so far back that you thought you might break. But the farther an arrow is pulled, the more powerful its release becomes. And now the universe is letting go, launching you directly toward the center of your blessing, chosen one. You are not a backup plan. You are not a second choice. You are the only reason this remarkable person is willing to reject the entire world around them. But how will two souls recognize each other among tens of thousands of people? How will they know, without any doubt, that you are the person they have longed for their entire life? There will be no forced connection or shallow attempt at seduction here. Do not look away. The truth about this unimaginable encounter is waiting in the next part, and there is a sign the universe will send you within the next 24 hours. If you fail to recognize this sign, you could miss one of the most precious moments of your life. Prepare yourself, because what you are about to hear will destroy every pattern of love you have ever known. And this is exactly how every belief you have ever held about love will be completely shattered. Do not blink, because at this very moment, the universe is pulling back the curtain on the identity of this remarkable person and revealing how your two souls will collide in a life-changing way. You see, the person entering your orbit is not ordinary or insignificant. On the outside, their life appears to be a constant display of bright lights, intense admiration, and countless longing eyes following their every move. The world looks at them and assumes they already have everything. Calculating people are desperately dressing themselves in their most glamorous appearances, forcing themselves into supposedly perfect molds just to earn a single nod of approval from this person. But what is the deeper truth? They are suffocating despite being surrounded by thousands of people. Their soul is suffering beneath an unbearable emptiness. They have grown exhausted by artificial masks, rehearsed smiles, and relationships that exist only to drain their energy. The higher they rise, the more deeply they crave something that money and fame can never purchase. Complete authenticity and a peaceful place of refuge, untouched by hidden motives. Do not scroll away. Now, if you believe the distance between you and someone like this is too great, the next few moments will completely burn that insecurity out of you. When this person finally closes the door to their room and leaves the noise of the world outside, the one prayer rising from the deepest part of their heart is the desire to find someone exactly like you. They are not searching for a queen or king sitting on a throne of public display. They are searching for a refreshing stream flowing through a dry desert. And that is why your spiritual frequency is echoing so powerfully in their mind. The scars you once felt ashamed of, your introverted nature, your quietness, and the way you tend to withdraw from loud crowds. All the things you once considered flaws have now become the brightest lighthouse calling them home. The Bible contains a beautiful verse that perfectly describes this connection. Psalm 4:27 says, "Deep calls to deep in the roar of your waterfalls." Only those who have been thrown into the deepest pit of pain, climbed out with their own hands, and learned how to heal, can carry a depth powerful enough to awaken another extraordinary soul. The depth within you is calling to the depth within them. Your experience of being broken and reborn is the only missing piece capable of filling the emptiness inside their heart. This is a spiritual attraction that no physical barrier can resist. But be careful. Give your complete attention to what I am about to say, because there is an extremely dangerous psychological trap that could destroy everything if you are not warned in advance. When this destined encounter finally takes place, your ego will immediately begin to scream. The ghosts of your past will rise and whisper into your ear, "You are not worthy. You need to work harder to please them. You need to appear more interesting, more impressive, and more successful if you want them to stay." Stop immediately. Do not surrender to that fear. If you make yourself smaller, or if you try to become a louder, more polished version of yourself just to impress them, you will destroy the miracle with your own hands. This person is escaping from a world filled with performance in order to find you. Why would you put on the very mask they have grown to hate? The only thing you need to do, chosen one, is remain still in the light of truth. Stay natural, stay sincere, remain the quiet soul who has gained wisdom through everything life has taught you. When your eyes meet, it will not feel like a loud explosion from some cheap romantic movie. It will be a silence so powerful that it sends chills through your entire body. Their nervous system, which has remained constantly tense while dealing with the world, will immediately begin to relax in your presence. They will look beyond your outward appearance and realize, "My God, I have finally found home." They will long to rest inside your peace, to be heard by you, and to reveal their most vulnerable sides without fearing judgment. You will not need to chase them because they will be the one unable to take their eyes off you. The purification process is complete. Now it is time to receive the greatest blessing of your life. Your destiny has been sealed, and no person or power can take away your place in this relationship. To officially remove every remaining energetic barrier and declare to the universe that you are completely ready, type the words, "I receive this glory with complete faith," in the comments below. Leave your spiritual imprint here in this sacred moment, and do not even think about turning off this video now, because a shocking twist is waiting ahead. Strange signs have been quietly appearing inside your home and within your recent dreams, proving that this person is drawing closer to the walls of your life. If you do not learn how to interpret these signs in the next part, you may accidentally slam the door shut just as they begin to knock. If you have been searching for an explanation for the unusual experiences happening lately, remove every distraction right now and hold tightly to every declaration that follows. The vague dreams that keep repeating without revealing a clear face, the unexplained restlessness rising from the deepest part of your heart, even though nothing appears to have changed in your outer life, and your sudden exhaustion around crowds. None of these things are random, chosen one. The universe never places a great gift into your life without first preparing the perfect landing place. The strange emptiness that has recently entered your mind is a signal that a major transition has begun. Have you noticed that you suddenly have no interest in meaningless gatherings? Have you noticed that you no longer feel the need to argue, explain yourself, or prove your worth to people who have never been willing to understand you? That sudden stillness is the removal of excess energy in preparation for an enormous spiritual reception. Your soul is automatically adjusting its frequency. It is clearing away the surrounding noise, so your spiritual radar can detect the signal of this person with complete accuracy and clarity. Courageously look back at the exhausting relationships you once endured. Remember how many times you drained every ounce of your strength, chased after someone, cried, and blamed yourself just to receive a small amount of attention from people who did not care in the past. You were obsessed with trying to measure up. You felt pressured to cover yourself in layers of perfection. You worried whenever a message went unanswered, and you carefully studied every facial expression so you could adjust your behavior accordingly. You once mistook manipulation, instability, and the sharp pain in your chest for love, but it was not love. The painful truth is that those experiences were tests of your endurance. They were severe trials designed to reveal how long it would take before you finally awakened, broke free from the illusion, and recognized your own royal worth. But now, with this extraordinary person preparing to enter your life, everything will be completely reversed. Every old pattern and every habit of suffering will be erased forever. Their arrival will be calm, smooth, and gentle like a quiet breath. There will be no more long, sleepless nights filled with confusion, wondering whether their feelings are real. There will be no cheap psychological games, no uncertainty, and no exhausting cycle of pulling you close only to push you away. When these two energies meet, it will not feel like a destructive tornado that leaves behind another field of ruins. As you have experienced before, it will be like cool water flowing over dry, cracked ground that has been waiting for rain for far too long. Every piece will naturally fall into place without force, pressure, or painful effort. You will not need to spend a single ounce of energy trying to hold on to them, because from the very first moment, their mind, heart, and eyes will willingly become fixed on you. You may not be wearing glamorous makeup. Your clothes may be simple and modest. You may not even greet them with polished or impressive words, but in their eyes you will shine your honesty, your authenticity, and the soul that has been purified through countless storms will become the most powerful force of attraction they have ever encountered. They will be drawn to the very parts of you that you once tried to hide, and to the very scars you once believed were the ugliest. Remember this with every part of your being, chosen one. The greatest sign of true destiny is not a wildly racing heart or breathless excitement. Those feelings of nervousness and anxiety are often only signs that unhealed wounds are crying out. The greatest sign of destiny is complete peace within your nervous system. When you stand before this person, every cell in your body that once had to raise its defenses to protect you from the pain of the world will finally lower its weapons. You will breathe a deep sigh of relief. A complete sense of safety will cover your entire being, lifting the crushing weight that has rested on your chest for so long. It will feel like coming home, a strong and secure home where you are allowed to be vulnerable, allowed to cry, allowed to remove every heavy layer of armor, and allowed to be loved unconditionally, simply because you are yourself. Every doubt that told you that you are not good enough will disappear like foam upon the water. In that sacred moment, you will realize that every season of loneliness you endured was a worthy price to pay for this glory. Are you truly ready to release every burden from your past and step into this perfect peace? Type yes in the comments below so the universe can clearly see your decision. But wait, do not leave this screen right now. Do not become lost in today's satisfaction yet, because an extremely difficult truth is unfolding alongside this miracle at this very moment. Have you noticed that certain people are suddenly turning their backs on you? Have relationships that once seemed close suddenly broken apart in painful ways? Have plans collapsed? While people you once trusted unexpectedly revealed their true nature. Do not panic and do not try to hold on to them if you miss what comes next. You may collapse under the pain of these confusing losses. Focus more intensely than ever, because what will be revealed in the next few moments will destroy every fear and show you why this painful cleansing is actually the clearest evidence that destiny is knocking on the door of your life. Everything is happening according to plan, and the secret behind this collapse will send chills through your entire body. And here is the unsettling truth hidden behind the sudden losses you are now being forced to endure. Stop crying. Do not fall into despair, and do not attempt to repair the relationships that are breaking apart right before your eyes. Chosen one. The shocking collapse of old connections, the cruel betrayal of people you once called friends, and the sudden departure of someone you once trusted with your hopes are not signs of bad luck. This is a painful but necessary spiritual cleansing. Open your eyes and see what is truly happening. The universe is not taking anything from you that possesses genuine value. What is unfolding right now is a large-scale release, a direct and powerful intervention from the Most High to completely clear the space around your life. How could an extraordinary person, someone carrying radiant energy and immense value, enter your world if the one VIP seat beside you is still occupied by people who were never worthy of it? Look deeply at the truth of this situation. For far too long you have been too forgiving. You lowered your standards, made yourself smaller, and tolerated people carrying low-level energy. People who only knew how to use you, manipulate you, and disregard the purity of your light. You tried to hold on to them because you were afraid of being alone. You feared abandonment. But destiny will not allow that immature compromise to continue for even one more moment. To prepare you for the arrival of someone the entire world admires, the Most High must turn your life upside down. An order of removal has been issued against every toxic source of energy, every person who betrayed you behind your back, and every confusing relationship waiting to drain what remains of your strength. This purification must happen painfully, sharply, and suddenly, because otherwise you would remain trapped forever in the mud of your past. Celebrate instead of crying, because every person living your life right now is one more obstacle being permanently removed from the red carpet of your destiny. And the most remarkable and chilling part of this process is that it is not happening only to you. At this exact moment, somewhere out there, the extraordinary person who has been prepared for you is experiencing the same kind of cleansing. Yes, destiny always operates through perfect symmetry. You are not the only one being separated from old connections. This person is also being pulled away from noisy crowds. The universe is forcefully removing the masks from the flattering and dishonest people surrounding them. Relationships built on personal gain, status, fame, and deception are disappearing from their life without mercy. They are also feeling alone. They are also experiencing loss. And they are also wondering why everything around them has suddenly become so painfully empty. All of this painfully precise alignment is not a punishment. It is part of a greater plan designed to strip both souls bare, removing every layer of disguise until the two of you are brought back to your most natural vulnerable. Only when both of you are standing in the limitless silence of lives that have been completely cleared of emotional clutter can these two powerful energies finally collide without interference from any outside noise. Chosen one. Never lower yourself to pick up what the universe intentionally threw away. Do not send messages begging people to stay when they have already chosen to turn their backs on you. Do not waste another explanation on those who deliberately refuse to recognize the nobility of your energy. The emptiness surrounding you right now is not a sign that something is missing. It is sacred space that has just been set free. It is like clearing out an old room, throwing away every cheap, broken, and worn-out object without hesitation, so that you can prepare it to receive a priceless royal treasure. Enjoy that emptiness. Take a deep breath and fill your lungs with the clean, purified air now surrounding you. Your assignment is not to run around searching for someone to fill the space. Your assignment is to stand firm like a lighthouse, proud, majestic, and radiant, so that the person carrying this extraordinary energy can locate your exact position in the middle of this chaotic world. You are being elevated into a version of yourself so powerful that insignificant things will no longer have the ability to wound you. Yesterday's fears have lost their influence. The manipulation that once kept you awake at night now appears to you as nothing more than a cheap and childish game. When you fully accept this release, when you can smile as old habits and old people leave your life without creating even the slightest disturbance within you, that is the exact moment your frequency reaches its highest point. That is when the final seal will shatter. Your energy will create an explosion of light that moves through space and calls this person toward you immediately. Every foolish doubt will be crushed. Decades of suffering will suddenly seem insignificant when you finally witness the brilliant design of the Most High unfolding directly before your eyes. However, give your complete attention to these final moments. Do not allow your finger to swipe away from this screen, because the moment that determines the entire outcome of your destiny is waiting in what comes next. What will truly happen when two souls that have survived this intense purification finally become intertwined? It will not end with an overly emotional love story or an ordinary romance. This collision will form an alliance powerful enough to destroy every barrier, a kingdom that cannot be defeated. If you fail to understand the ultimate foundation of this relationship in the next few moments, you may become overwhelmed and lose your sense of personal authority. The final explosion, powerful enough to transform the entire remainder of your life, is waiting ahead. It will permanently reveal the great mission that the two of you have been chosen to carry together. And that final explosion, the extraordinary mission these two souls will carry when they finally collide, goes far beyond every ordinary definition of love you have ever known. Do not expect a sentimental fantasy, a dreamy fairy tale, or a dependent relationship where one person must drain themselves completely just to carry the other. Absolutely not. When this exceptional person officially enters the boundaries of your life, what will be established is not simply a peaceful partnership. It will be a radiant empire. It will be a spiritual alliance carrying unmatched power, where the energy of two extraordinary individuals becomes intertwined and creates a blinding light strong enough to burn through every obstacle standing in the way. The world has desperately craved this person's attention, continues to crave it, and will keep chasing it. But when they stand proudly beside you, the noisy crowd will have no choice but to step back. The presence the two of you radiate while standing hand in hand will carry the authority of royalty, an overwhelming force that will not allow ordinary people to intrude, interfere, or tear the connection apart. Chosen one, plant this truth deeply within your mind. You were never sent to become a shadow hiding behind them. This remarkable person is not entering your life to take away your independence or dim your priceless identity. Remember this clearly. They are not coming to rescue a helpless victim. After surviving so many destructive storms, you have already forged yourself into an undefeated warrior, a strong and self-governing soul. The truth is that they are coming to stand beside you. They are entering your life as a powerful mirror, reflecting back to you the strength, wisdom, and beauty you have worked so hard to hide from people who never knew how to appreciate them. You will never have to bow down before them. You will never need to make yourself smaller or live in fear that your light might outshine the person beside you. On the contrary, your confidence, dignity, and quiet authority will become essential fuel for their soul, helping them stand as firmly as a mountain against the storms, schemes, and manipulation of the outside world. This destined collision carries a purpose far greater than the personal happiness of two individuals. The universe is drawing you together so that you can break through the limitations of your current reality, create extraordinary prosperity, and establish an entirely new order for the next era of your lives. Plans that have remained frozen and enormous dreams you once feared you could never accomplish alone will suddenly be activated at breathtaking speed. When these two streams of energy become one, this remarkable person will use their authority, sharp intelligence, and stability to form a shield around you, protecting you from the criticism and attacks of the outside world. And you will use your powerful intuition, deep compassion, and sacred inner peace to comfort them, guide them, and ensure that their soul never loses its way. Together you will function like a flawless machine. It will be a union of the highest order, a perfect balance that no jealousy, division, gossip, or dishonest scheme will ever be able to reach. Everything has already been arranged and permanently sealed within the blueprint of destiny. Every tear of injustice you shed in the past, every long night when loneliness consumed you until you could barely breathe, every brutal betrayal, and every moment you were thrown into the deepest pit, all of it is now being repaid with a royal reward beyond measure. You did not take the wrong path, and you were never forgotten. You were simply passing through the most demanding furnace of the universe, so that you could develop the strength, character, and courage required to carry this radiant crown. It is time to stop looking behind you immediately. Release completely and forever the identity of someone defined by pain. Straighten your back, lift your head high, stand tall, and receive the elevated position that carried your name long before you were born. Do not allow any remaining fear or insecurity to interfere with your steps when you are standing this close to the finish line. When destiny finally knocks, your only responsibility is to turn the handle and open the door wide with the full confidence of a soul that has overcome adversity and claimed victory. The season of darkness surrounding you has ended forever. The restriction over your life has been lifted. The dawn of the most glorious era of your entire life, chosen one, is now burning brightly across the horizon. The clouds of confusion have disappeared, revealing a radiant red carpet stretching all the way toward glory. Close your eyes right now. Take a deep breath and feel the life-giving energy of rebirth flowing powerfully through you, filling every cell in your lungs. Relax the shoulders that have carried far too much pain. Release every burden created by unreasonable doubt, and allow your mind to rest completely in this absolute peace. You have survived the darkest purgatory, and now it is time to ascend the throne. There will be no more hesitation, no more fear. This life-changing event belongs to you. This extraordinary person has been prepared for you. This divine arrangement is a gift that cannot be refused right now to permanently activate the seal of destiny. Awaken the full spiritual power hidden deep within you and declare complete ownership of your greatest blessing. Type the words, "I take control of my destiny and receive this glory." In the comments below, mark this historic moment. Share this message like a powerful roar of awakening released into the universe, and prepare yourself with unshakable confidence. Because in only a matter of moments, the arrival of this extraordinary person will shake your entire world in the most glorious and explosive way imaginable. Chosen one, your days of wandering through a dry and barren wilderness have officially ended forever. At this very moment, the greatest symphony of your life has just begun playing its opening notes, powerfully awakening a future filled with brilliant light. There will be no more delays. The velvet curtain that once concealed your destiny has been lifted, revealing a radiant red carpet prepared exclusively for your confident steps. Every wound, every injustice, and every tear you once shed in silence has now been repaid with the highest privilege, a connection powerful enough to transform the entire course of your life. Now take a deep breath and fill your chest with the living energy of freedom and glory. Completely relax the shoulders that have carried so much pain, and smile as you receive the radiant light now shining directly upon your life. This extraordinary arrangement has already been established. An undefeated spiritual alliance has been formed in the unseen realm, and this remarkable person is now taking steady and confident steps toward you. You deserve every glorious moment that is coming. You are completely worthy of a powerful love, unwavering respect, and a prosperous kingdom built upon the combined inner strength of both souls. Now it is time to activate the final key and open the door to the miracle. Leave a like as a direct touch upon this sacred frequency, and subscribe to the channel now so that your spiritual radar remains closely connected to the highest gateway of energy. Your deepest desire has been answered. Share this powerful message to preserve the radiant spiritual imprint of this moment within your life. Your greatest blessing has arrived at the door. Step majestically onto your own throne. Chosen one, because this complete glory belongs to you, and it will remain yours forever.